I remember fighting him now, and I don't remember if I killed him. Something tells me I didn't kill him. I'm trying to wrap my head around if there's another thing I can do to him. If there's like some kind of strategy I got cooking. I do want to see something else, so what are my stats? 14, 15, 11, 10, okay. Well, let's try to talk to him again. Just for the heck of it. Maybe towards the end game or something I'll come back to try to finish this guy off, but there's no way in hell I think I'm gonna beat this guy right now.
Now,
You look ill.
still peel the flesh from your bones.
Perception 16, intellect 15. Hold up. Here's my little electronic erase board. I'm gonna write these stats down. Because I have stuff that can buff these stats. What's the problem exactly?
Consider it indigestion. And consider yourself lucky I've... Was that the rodent's name? I only know that he tasted mealy and lean.
There ain't no way I'm getting my intellect up to 19. Came looking for a soul twin. You're a soul
While he
twin.
lived, I can never be strong. Since I was... Eventually, I noticed something simple. I killed as many of the other hatchlings as I slaughtered. At last, only a handful of us were left. We were sickened by all we'd consumed and suffered.
4, 12. Mostly about resolve, okay. What happened?
I eventually hunted down some of my missing siblings. Others returned to me in other skins and other lives, remaining fettered. As interesting as this conversation has been, I've had enough of it.
Solve 17. Okay. You'll gain nothing from my soul. Why don't you focus on your soul twins? He looks at you, still crunching his splintering the bone between his teeth. Finally, he swallows a jagged mess.
Perhaps you're right. Yet what will you offer me if I let you go?
He lowers his head to peer at you. Psh, I'll spare your life, worm. I've gathered plenty of treasure on my travels. I'll give you a share of it. No. Yeah, as a watcher, I could sever your connection with your soul twins.
Lies! You would make me vulnerable. How foolish I was to nearly fall for your tricks!
You're weakened even now. Let me help you. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna need resolve. Alright, resolve 17. So, if this dragon gets really lucky and it survives this fight, maybe I'll reload it and just see if I got enough stuff to boost my resolve to 17. Okay, but first... Okay, Aloth, run up here. Durance, try to do a real quick buff. Sagani, stick around for a second. Itamok, get in the middle. You two go there. Try to let them come to you while we're getting buffed here.
Yes?
Man, those guys come up quick. Okay, Durance, get out of there. This is not gonna work. I like a challenge, but there is no way in hell I'm doing this yet. Oh yeah, forget it. I'm getting just mincemeat before I even get a chance to do anything. I have a resolve buff in my keep. Okay, what is my resolve right now? I think my resolve is like my worst stat. Which would figure 10. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna bet there's probably no food that boosts my resolve. Potions, anything like that. Perception. 3 perception, -2 dexterity. +3 survival. -4 resolve. Okay, that's the wrong direction. -4 resolve. Damage reduction, constitution, max endurance, perception, constitution, endurance, might, constitution, intellect, and damage reduction. Okay. Let me see. Wait a minute. +1 unwavering resolve. Okay, one of those staves is giving him +3 resolve, but the Ring of Changing Heart, +3 resolve. Okay, so that would put me at 13. I need like 4 more. That keep buff isn't going to give me 4 resolve, is it? It's probably not going to give me anywhere near that much. Might give me 1 or 2 probably, so I still need 2. Durance, do you have a spell that maybe increases resolve? Because you have buff spells. Bonus to might and perception. +10 wait a minute. Yeah, but you can't use that outside of combat, can you? So that won't work. That was a good idea, but...
Ready, Watcher. I'm ready.
Alright.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to sleep on that one for now. I'm going to keep an eye out for anything that buffs my resolve. I'm going to check out... I can't get into that chest because I need 1 more mechanic. Darn it. Alright, so I have a lot to go back to for this area. I better save it because something's having a fit up here. Greater Ice Blight. And a Wraith. Alright, hopefully you guys are easier than Dragon. Oh my god. Spectres. Oh boy, there's a lot of you. Okay, Alos, I fired everything this ethereal Anablites. Right about... Yeah, wait a minute. Wait till everybody gets in position. Whoops.
Yeah.
Okay. Fireball. Flames of Devotion on this thing. Get rid of that in a hurry. Aloth, just keep shooting fireballs for a moment. Oh boy. Okay. Durance, where are you at? 'Cause you're getting everybody here's getting smoked all of a sudden. You're paralyzed. That's awesome. Okay. Durance, you second wind when you wake up. Aloth, you're stuck too, aren't you? You're stunned for 0.0 seconds, okay. Heal yourself. Back up. You're stunned. Darn it. This ice blight. This damn ice blight. And it's going for Durance, so that's not boding well for him. Itamok. Go for the Spectres. You're stunned too, man. Everybody is stunned. Mark, try that. Alright, Durance, get out of there. He's Holy Radiance. How much endurance does that give me? 33.6. Alright, it's good in a pinch. Do it. Aloth, fireballs. Okay, hold up here. These things are immune to crushing. So dropping a pillar on them won't help. Shoot them. Now, part of the problem is you guys are having a hell of a time attacking. Pelagine, I need to remember to not have you melee those things because they're immune to crush and you're using a mace. Alright, Durance, you might as well heal, but I think we're okay now. Actually, you don't need to.
Ah, thank you.
Sure.
Level ups. Fights are getting rough now. This game was hearing my thoughts about it getting easier.
Yeah.
Alright. These panels have been worn smooth. In one you can detect the shape of a sword, and in another the stocky body of a dwarf. We traced fading outlines and shapes in these panels. Looks like they were once a sequence of reliefs, but the images have worn away. Alright, let's get you guys leveled first. General tip, when you pick up the sword, have someone you want to wield it do it. aka someone you want to wield a two-handed S-stock. That might be Pelagina. Plus 25 damage while endurance is below 50%. Heart of Fury. I remember reading about when I picked a barbarian. I remember everybody going on about Heart of Fury, Heart of Fury, Heart of Fury. Barbarian swings viciously in a lightning quick flurry, taking on all comers. Each equipped weapon attacks nearby enemies, doing extra damage, inflicting carnage if applicable. Once per encounter. Full attack. Accuracy. Okay. I think there's a trick to this ability. I'll have to figure out what it is later, but I know I want to learn it. Spell mastery, level 2. Okay. Kind of buffs do you have here? Plus 11. Okay, that's endurance. Burn damage minus 25 deflection for 13.5 seconds. That actually, I think, was pretty good before. Holy power. Friendly aura. Plus 3 might, plus 7 resolve for 40.5 seconds. Man, I wish you could cast that outside of combat. Friendly aura. Still doubt. Foe AoE dazed. A little bit of freeze damage for that. Immunity to sickened, weakened. Prone. Okay, I'm giving you holy power. And what else did you learn here? Cleansing flame. Foe target. 109.2 burn damage over 6.8 seconds. Minus 5 duration of beneficial effects. Plus 100 damage over time. Tick rate for 6.8. Oh man, foe jump targets times 2. That's gonna be nice. Crowns for the faithful. Friendly AoE plus 6 perception plus 25 resolve. Minor intercession. Plus 28 endurance, minus 5 active hostile effects. Prayer against treachery, immunity to charm and dominated. That is going to come in handy. Spark of the souls of the righteous. Grants powerful zeal within allies to manifest an aura that shocks any enemies near them. Litany against major afflictions, immunity to charm, dominated. That's going to be good. Holy power. Oh, that's the thing that I took as a mastery. Alright. I'm happy with that. A deer. Minus 20 armor speed penalty. Unbending. 3 times per rest. 50% of damage taken converted to healing over time for 15 seconds. One time per encounter requires endurance below 1%. Revive with 118 endurance, plus 5 damage reduction. Once per encounter. That looks nice. Overbearing guard. Disengagement checks have increased accuracy and fearless. We're gonna go with unbroken. He ends up reviving in pretty good shape if that happens. Alright. Behind a frigid curtain of water is an alcove, its walls flecked with ice. In the middle you see a rough stone pedestal, also glazed with ice from the falls. A cruciform hilt and a tapered blade protrude from the pedestal. Judging from the size of the hilt and the apparent length of the blade, you infer that it is an S-stock. Examine the area. The alcove and the stone pedestal are little more than dilapidated ruins. Ice pries cracks in the stone and coats the slick floor. The S-stock, what little of it you can see, appears to be in better condition. It seems odd that anyone would leave it here. However, as you get close to it, you hear what sounds like the screams and shouts of tormented souls. This feels like a trap. Pelagina. Pelagina crosses under the falls, gasping beneath the cold water. Shivered breaths echo in a small chamber. Patterns of falling water flicker across the blade as Pelagina approaches it. Pelagina grips the hilt. The hate, fear, and violence of a dozen mad, gibbering voices fills Pelagina's mind. Pelagina shudders through a wave of mental pain, struggling to hold the voices back. Grunts and cries of agony ring through the tiny space. Keep holding on. Hold now for a feeling. Pelagina maintains a tight grip on the sword, arm shaking with effort. Eventually, Pelagina regains a measure of focus through the clamoring voices. Yet just as Pelagina's breathing steadies and the cacophony subsides, something pulls Pelagina's arms forward. It suddenly looks as if Pelagina is holding a heavy and painful burden. Pelagina could probably pull the S-Stock free, but it will be taxing without careful effort. Draw the S-Stock from a stone, inspect the blade. Suspect it first. Blade is of a fine, sturdy steel. Peering closer, Pelagina sees part of a poem written along the blade. 'Tis a traitor's fate to sleep and never rest, whilst knowledge of his deed stays lodged within his breast. But earnest penance heals the sorrowful man, and worthy actions stay the executioner's hand. Brace against the pedestal to pull the S-Stock out. Pelagina climbs on top of the pedestal and adopts a wide stance for better leverage. Draw the S-Stock. After much straining and struggling, Pelagina pulls the S-Stock free. Sweat covers Pelagina's face and shaking limbs. Yet when Pelagina tries to release the weapon, it remains stuck in her fingers. Something within the weapon grasps at Pelagina's soul, binding to it. Some kind of writing glows from the blade. Grey Sleeper, soul-bound, S-Stock, two-handed. Bound to Pelagina. Pierce damage, accuracy, +5. Damage resistant bypass. Cannot be unequipped. Cannot be unequipped. Decipher the first verse of the poem. A new verse appeared when the blade was drawn from the pedestal. It reads, "Seek the whirling agent made of copper, Aedra stone. Awaken first your essence so that you may atone." I have to solve the riddles and the clues. Okay. Seek the whirling agent made of copper, Aedra, and stone. Awaken first your essence so that you may atone. Is this thing about the whirling agent made of copper, Aedra, and stone anywhere that I've, like, been so far? Because I have no idea what a whirling agent of copper, Aedra, and stone is. I don't think I've seen that yet. I have been there. Alright, hold up. When did I awaken my first essence? Wait, like... It's not in the White March, it's in the Deerwood. Oh, that's part of it. I was looking at the Deerwood. Okay. Or looking at the White March, rather. Is there anything else here while I'm here? I don't believe so. Okay. So, like, in that first area I was in, where, like, I became a watcher? I'm trying to think if I want to go do that right this second. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? We'll go on a little trip. How far away is that? 2 days, 18 hours. Let's do it. The S-Stock seems to hum as it nears the Engwithan machine. Something arcs between the steel blade and the Aedra core of the ancient device. The Voices in the S-Stock are quieter and the weapon feels more powerful. New writing appears along the blade. %10 chance to cast Paralyze on hits. That sounds nice. New verses Blades from Metal. They read, find the sun-kissed hillocks where the dead folk sleep. Rest beside their wasting flesh. Inspect what dreams you reap. Sun-kissed hillocks where the dead... Heritage Hill? That sounds like that would be Heritage Hill. Oh, so any cemetery will do. Heritage Hill or Easternwood. Well, Easternwood's quicker. Easternwood. It's closer. Distant relative of Eorn has... Oh, hold on. A distant relative of Eorn has arrived at the stronghold, requesting they be freed in exchange for coin. He was nearly set upon by brigands on the road, but your patrols intervened. I'm gonna let him go, and I'm not even gonna take the money, because I kept him around just to kind of... I felt that his killing that dude was justified, and I was keeping him around just to be like, okay, he's serving justice. So there you go. You're free now, Eorn. Alright, where's the cemetery at here? Up here. Oh, hey, is there loot that I never took from way, way, way back? Looks like it. What did we leave here on the ground all this time? A sword and a shield. Alright, let's sleep in a graveyard. No, we're not sleeping by that guy. That would be creepy. The loamy soil squishes underfoot and something invisible seems to rise from it. You detect essence, faint and barely perceptible, drifting up from the graveyard. The gray sleeper seems to feed on it, and the strange voices grow quieter still. Another verse gleams in the steel. Grants slow spirits 3 times per rest. Foe AoE minus 60, attack speed minus 2.5, move speed for 15 seconds. And 5% chance to cast Invoke Vessels. Summon 1 to 3 of Dargul, Ghoul, Revenant, Human Skeleton, Wick. Alright, final verses. Fingers of the world, age are strong and whole, kneel before the pillars, bring order to your soul. I'm gonna guess that's Caed Nua. And it's got something to do maybe with where the fingers are poking up out of the ground. I don't know if there's pillars there. I'd have to go look at it. Need to kneel in front of an age or pillar finger. Okay, so the fingers themselves are the pillars. Alright, let's go to Caed Nua. So I was mostly right about that one. Hireling payday.
I
Actually, you know
must say,
what?
I'm impressed.
I think my one thing got built and I never started building anything else after that. Purchasing this upgrade will restore the lab inside Bright Hollow and repair the courtyard pool inside Bright Hollow. Where's the, wait a minute. Let's do this first. Map. So how do I kneel? Does it mean like rest? +3 resolve. So 3 resolve from that, 3 resolve from the ring, and I still need 1 more resolve. Darn it. I gotta keep an eye out for it. Well, shoot, no, because I can't stack anything that has resolve. I can't stack 2 pieces of equipment that have resolve, so I'm gonna be 1 short. Just click on one of the fingers. One side of Poe is graven with hundreds of whorls and... Oh, okay, it's gotta be this finger. A deep and mighty power emanates from the Azure Pillars. It resonates in the Grey Sleeper. Kneel. As you kneel, the voices in the Grey Sleeper reach a low, peaceful harmony. A final surge of energy fills the blade and the voices fall silent. You feel the curse snap like a rotten cord. Yay! It's got a stronger attack now, too. Superb plus 12 accuracy, plus 45 damage, plus 5% chance to cast twin stones. Alright. So let's see. You got a fine greatsword. This is stronger than that, I believe. 2130. Yeah. Alright, so that's going to be there. Your fine greatsword's going away. And I'm giving you your two-handed Morningstar back in case I need to do crush damage. But for now, we're going to keep you with this because this thing looks like it's pretty strong. Alright, thank you for that, Tenwin. I probably would have been trying to figure out the first part of that for a while. Alright, was there anything I needed to do while I'm here? We got Aleph and that's it. Okay. Now see, this is what happens, folks, when you get involved with all these mushrooms and things that I've been going alongside the road picking up. Sir, that's not very becoming of a gold pack knight.
Yeah.
I hope you don't plan on defending my keep with that, like, by doing that. Whatever it is you're doing. Ah, what a freak. Alright, so there's nothing else here. I could sleep, but it's just going to give me... How long does that last for, that resolve? 3 rests. 3 resolve. Yeah, I still need 1 more resolve, and I'm not sure where to get it from. Alright, we're going to go with who we have. We'll go back to Stour for a moment. I'll think about that 1 resolve. I really don't want to respec again if I can avoid it. still holding out that there's like a... Actually, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I was thinking maybe we had a potion that gave a resolve boost or something, but I don't think we do. Endurance. Max endurance, max health. Attack speed, endurance. No, okay. I'll come up with something.
I've traveled thousands of miles on Valium trading ships, but never seen the shores of Nasita. How did you find your way on your own, Sagani?
Well, it has taken 5 years, but Itamak never wants to ask for directions.
Perhaps you should take over as navigator in the future.
Like I always say, blame it on the fox.
Who was it that needed the thermal thing that obviously I can't give them now? Alright, we gotta do that yet. Journey to the Abbey. Gotta go towards Durgan's Battery. Ask Hiravias. Thermal Pearl. Tealdor. That was you, I believe. He nods. Been keeping an eye on town here. You, found anything out in your long watch for me? He coughs into his hand. The Gleaming Society is no more. Plenty of folk be happy to hear it. Last thing we need out here is another big war. Take this. He gives you a bag of coin. I lost Dumar's head. Darn, I kind of wanted to keep that. 3,000 copper. And, show him the Log of Faith. This came out of the Thermal Pearl. He looks past you and sees the creature waddling through the snow. His jaw flaps silently for a few seconds. I've never seen one so small, but the little fellow looks downright tame. He scratches his head. How about I buy it from you? The performers that pass through would take an interest in something like this. He bends down to look at the squirming Log of Faith. Don't do it. I can't sell my son. No, I'm keeping him. Whatever you say, just watch your fingers when he gets big. I'm still looking for someone to take care of those dangerous folks who aren't roaming the area if you're up to it. Okay, so I still have one bounty to do for him. Yeah, I can't get rid of my child. Okay, so that's done. Bounty I can't do yet. That I gotta do at the battery. Fisherman still has nothing going on, as far as I know. Alright, so I guess we're heading up to the battery. For the moment. They who woke the stars attic. Quest expires in 2 days. Sis. The Glenfathan astronomers who predicted the Lover's Tide that destroyed Andra's gift took many of their instruments and notes and hid them out of fear they might be captured by Adirans. Decades after the war, the tribe recovered the astronomers' work. Unfortunately, all the original astronomers had died, and much of their writing was penned in an unknown cipher. Two Valian dukes have offered a reward for anyone who can help crack the cipher for the Glenfathans. The tribes are reluctant to let anyone look at the notes, but believe it would be better to share their knowledge and let it remain a secret. Hiravias, that sounds up your alley. Alright. I'm gonna get up for like 10 minutes here, stretch my legs, run my... Got some leveling up to do. Sagani, oh my god, you're gonna get another mechanic level? No, you're not. You ain't get enough points. Takedown. 2 times per encounter. Foe target of successful prone. Okay, so that gives Itamok the ability to prone things. Arrow sense. Eh. Ranger is able to give more careful aim, giving increased accuracy and damage. That's a modal. It's different than the one she has. Master's Call calls the Ranger's animal companion to his or her side, causing the companion to move back to the Ranger at increased speed, ignoring engagement, and knocking any enemies in the way prone. There's instances where I could see that being useful. Takes advantage of enemy distraction while engaged by the Ranger's animal companion, stunning the enemy when the Ranger lands a hit or a critical hit. So that only works if they're engaged by the animal companion. Plus it's only for 2.3 seconds. Play dead. Animal companion falls over and appears to be dead. Cannot be targeted for a limited time. While playing dead, the companion regains endurance. Revive companion. Heal companion. Actually has some interesting choices here. Let's give you... That is a passive, though. So that always happens. Stunning the enemy as a secondary attack when Ranger lands a hit. So long as I have her hitting whatever Itamok's going after, which I normally do anyway. I'm going to get a heal, but I'm going to remember that ability. Aloth will level you up here. Survival. Arcane Reflection creates a field of arcane energy around the caster, reflecting hostile spells. Capricious Hex unleashes a volatile hex among enemies, causing either dazed, sickened, or paralyzed, depending on its own mysterious whims. Chain Lightning calls for a tremendous target +6 foe jump. Yes, that's going to be one of them. Martial Power. Caster temporarily sacrifices arcane power for martial might. No. Death Ring. Calls a black ring of necrotic energy into being that spreads out in all directions, causing crow damage to enemies it touches, and potentially destroying those with low endurance. Foe AoE. Freezing Pillar. Calls down an enormous spike of ice, pulsing freeze damage on enemies in the area of effect, creating an intense circle of frost that can hobble foes. Foe AoE. If successful, hobbled. I'm going with Death Ring. And Chain Lightning. Spell Mastery. Bork against the elements. What was that? +15 damage reduction for 84 seconds. Binding Web. Fetid Caress. Mirrored Image. Necrotic Lance. Ray of Fire. Roaring Flame. Yeah, but this ends up being once per encounter. I'm not going to be using Bork against the elements once per encounter. It's AoE. So it affects things around it. why not? Alright, save it. And I guess we're heading to Durgan's Battery. It'll take us 8 hours to complete our journey from Stalwart Village to Durgan's Battery. Shoot, I should have filled my water while I was up. Oh well. Bright Hollow Lab construction completed. Okay, we got one more thing to build. And that is the courtyard pool. Quests updated. Good haul. Find a log of faith and the artifacts. Okay, I think we're actually getting into stuff I've never done before because I don't think I have been here before. So this is going to be all brand new to me. In fact, I think everything I have left at this point is brand new to me. Which is neat. I like surprises. Can I go over here? Is there anything here? No, there isn't. There's a deer. I'm not threatened by deer. Excuse me. Sacred instruments. Isla's device makes a terrible screeching noise. Compass points west. Alright, better follow the compass. Help. Somebody help me. I'm in the middle of something. Do I really need to help you right now? Help, please, I'm down here. Standing on a narrow outcropping far below the edge of the chasm, a villager waves his arms frantically. How do I know you are a villager? You're not in a village right now. Villagers well out of reach, and the uneven, slick surface of the chasm would prove difficult to climb by hand. Okay, I have a rope. A deer you seem to be the go-to. But wait a minute. I think this is going to require a mighty hand. I'm going to do it myself. You loop the length of rope around your waist and tie it off with a secure knot. Survival 7. Trap man presses himself against the chasm wall. Please hurry. The ice is starting to crack. Well, isn't that convenient? It just starts to crack just as I got here. I think you're telling the fib. Looking down, you can see another smaller ledge further up.